This is Irontrader. This is midday trading. So I'm going to take a look here at Bitcoin, crude oil, and natural gas. But first of all, I'll take a look here at Tesla and PLTR. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, selling stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have Tesla. Here we have PLTR. Take a look here at the old Tesla. Now, Tesla got an upgrade there today. Okay, we'll just see exactly what it's doing. I still don't get it. There's really nothing here, kind of a situation. Okay, so now whether they got an upgrade so they could, sell into it or whatever the deal is. But when you look at this chart here, you're below that 8-day. There's nothing happening here until you get across that 8 simple moving average. Now you can see where today, yesterday, what do we have for a close? Okay, it closed at 225.31, and today we got as high as we're sitting here at 234.79. So there's a little bit of juice there, but you have to get above this 8-day 236.19. That's going to be the level. Okay, so if you can. Then we're going to come up to the top of this candle here, looking at 245.40. We'll come up to the top of this candle, 251.58 level kind of situation. And then we can just, come all the way down here, looking at 260.02. We'll come up top of that candle, 260.25. And then this is what you're looking for is this 21-day at 276.36. But you have to close above that 8-day. Right now, you can see here, you're just in an absolute downside. So let's look at the downside. So what we want to do is watch, obviously, today's low, 229.20 level. Then we want to watch yesterday's low. You're looking at 222.28. And then we'll come down here to the bottom of this candle at 220 flat. And then you retest at 217.02. Now, if that is lost here, you're going to go right down here. Let me just see here where we can go. Yes, see what you do is we lose that 217.02. Then we're going to come right down to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at that 212 level, okay? So that's what you're looking at. Is that 212 level if that 217.02 level is. So I don't know if this is just a one-day pop or whatever this is, but Randy, you just have to understand it now. BYD out of China, they just came out, had very interesting yesterday. Now I looked at their car at the auto shows. Man, they make a really, really nice, the fit, the finish, everything on that car is, and I am really into cars. And I tell you, this is really a nice car, and it sells for 30 grand. Now, boy, BYD just came out with a really nice system where they say they can charge the whole battery in 5 minutes. Okay, so again, that's about as long as what you take is to fill your tank in gas. So again, if that comes to the United States, I think all these EVs are going to be just gone here. Now, Tesla is a lot more, obviously, than just a car company. It's the AI. Matter of fact, look at SpaceX. And no one else could get the astronauts down. Yeah, Musk got them down. Okay, so it's a lot more than that. So I shouldn't say that, because once the stock takes off, it really runs. Okay, so that's what you got to understand here. But realistically, right now, everything is this 8-day. You can close above that, then we hit these candles, but your big target is going to be that 21-day. But just be a little bit careful here, because we got this downtrending situation here, and we have that range going. Now, Palantir. Okay, now. A lot of people like trading this one here. This is like a stuck in sideways, okay? So we've been stuck here to sideways action. So now you have to look at that downside. As long as we're holding that 8-day, we can have sideways to up action. So 82.62, that's going to be the very, very key. Then we look to yesterday's low. 81.80 level here. We can come down to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 79.86. Then we'll come down here. You're looking at 78.32. And then your big retest down there at 74.57. And we have the 100-day sitting right there at that 76.10 level. But right now here, we're just trapped between that 8-day and then we have this 50-day. This is going to be key upside at 87.79. And then we have that 21-day, 87.69. So this has to get and close above that. Then we can start shooting all the way on up here, okay? But again, we're just kind of stuck. And now that 21-day is rolling over and crossing that 50-day. That's not a good scenario, okay? But again, something's going to give, because your 8 days right here, your 21-day, so it's either going to push up or she's going to push down, kind of a scenario here, okay? So when you're trading this, just watch that 8-day on the downside on a closing basis. That's what it needs to hold. And then the upside, watch that key 21 SMA here, and then that key 50-day, okay? If we can get above that, then we got a lot of good opportunity here, where we got a 90.30 here level. You got 90.48. We come all the way up here, 93.62. We come up there, 99.01. So there's a lot of good levels here to shoot for. But again, it's got to be that above that 50-day and that 21-day. But right now, we're just stuck in a sideways action. Okay, let's take a look here now at Bitcoin. Okay, here we have the Bitcoin, your daily chart. Now, again, it's working here pretty nice. Now, I scalped some of that IBIT yesterday. It got down right down to the low 46s. You're sitting at 47.93. So really what you just have to look at, don't look for like hitting home runs with it right now. Basically, just look for trades. If you can get 1 point, 2 points, or whatever you can get out of it, that's what we're looking for. We have this sideways action, but it looks like it is up trending here. The key is we need to hold this 8-day on a closing basis, 82,655. That's going to be the key. Now, yesterday we did not hold it, but today we have ourselves a nice green candle here with a higher low and a higher high, which is very, very nice. So your next level that we're looking for here, resistance, is going to be right here. That's 85,595, and then we're going to come up to the 21-day, okay, at 87,050. Now, that's going to be the very, very critical decision point on what exactly is the reaction going to be when it does hit that. Is it going to be like this and come on down, come on down, come on down, or is it actually going to blast through? Once it blasts through, it changes this downtrend then. And then we have that uptrend, so you'll be looking for right there, that 92,224, and then that 50-day at 94,401, and then we have your big retest up here at 99,765. Now, which is basically just that top of that candle right there. Then, obviously, you can have a good run up here. But right now, you need some kind of a catalyst here to get this rolling. But what I do like about this is, okay, we had this positive divergence here on the RSI. Okay, it's slight. See where it got blue there, and then this made a higher low, and then this made a lower low, and that made a little bit higher low. So this is positive divergence here, and we're hanging around that bottom, the same way with the MACD. So once this does get running, this will move big time. The key is we need a catalyst to get it higher, okay? So really what you want to watch is that 8-day, okay, and that 21-day on the upside. Now, if that starts losing that, then we want to always look to the previous day's candle. That's at 81,120. That's yesterday's low. We'll come right down to this candle here, that 80.40 level, and then we'll be looking for that 200-day at 77,454, and then obviously your retest of the recent low at 76,735. But right now, this is a trade. Okay, IBIT is working, a BIT worked yesterday. Okay, so this is actually just a trade. Okay, so don't have any opinion that this is going to go long, this is going to go short. Just trade this until we start either you break out above that 21-day, then we can start taking the bigger long positions and we can start ratcheting it all the way up. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have the old crude oil, and here we have the natural gas. Now, you can see here crude oil. Now, the EIA report came out there, and you had actually a small build. I'll have all the numbers for you after the pit close. A small build in crude, but you had a draw on gasoline and distillates, and even in Cushing. So I think going with the seasonality, I think it's just going to be a matter of time here. But again, the key is going to be this 21 SMA here. Okay, so we have this sideways action off of this nice double bottom situation. Okay, so what we had here today is a lower low, and now we're trying to rally up here, and we're just above this 8-day, 8 simple moving average. So 8-day is very, very key. Okay, see this? 66.93. You really need to just to hold that kind of a situation. Okay. Now, if that's lost, we'll come to yesterday's low. That's that 66.44. Today's low at 66.09, and then we'll come down to the bottom here, 65.80, and then your retest at 65.22. But right now here, we just have this sideways action. Doesn't really know what to do. So what we're doing is we're going to be watching today's high on the upside, 67.31 level. Then we come up here, you're looking at 67.48. We'll come up top of this candle, 67.94 level. And then this is the big key is going to be this 68.36. If it rallies up here, what is it going to do? Now, look what it did the previous 3 days ago, into it and then pulled back. Look what it did yesterday, right into it and then pulled back. Okay, so it has to prove itself. You have to get above that. Okay, otherwise you're going to have this scenario here all the way and down. Okay, so it has to prove that it can actually get above that 21-day. Then your nice target at 70.70 is your 100-day, 71.64 your 50-day, and then 73.07 is your 200 SMA here. But right now, we're just kind of sitting in limbo. Actually, I just the UCO is just a small scalp there today. I got as low there as 24.49 and high as 24.95. But it's just not really a whole lot of, it's kind of like a nothing burger. Okay, so it has to rally up, but let's just see what the reaction is. If it gets to this 21-day, does it finally crack through, or does it hit it again and just come right on down? Now, you're sitting at 42. You got plenty of room to run there, kind of a situation. And what we have here, your MACD looks like your green crossed over your red, but it's very, very slight. We just have a sideways action, so this tells me this is just a trading option right here. We just trade this until we can either crack above that 21-day and then go higher, or we start losing this and we come down to that 65.22. Now, natural gas here, we still have this bear flag situation going. Now, you can see here what happened there today. Yeah, it made a higher high and a higher low, but where did it go? Okay, right into that 8-day and right into that 8-day and then right into this 21 SMA here. Okay, so that's going to be key, that 4.16. You have to close above that. If we can, then we'll come right to the bottom of this candle here, 433 and then 437 and then right up here, 442. Those are going to be your upside targets, okay? And then we can just rally right on up here. You got that 458 level, okay? But you have to get above, close above that 21-day and that 8-day in order to go higher. But right now, we just have this sideways action, and we're holding at 3.95. So I can't really say anything. But, this bear flag, how long is this going to go? You can be draping on the ground here, for God's sakes. So, this is, just a trading range. Again, this is just a trade, long and short. This is not like a buy and hold until we can start rallying above, that 8-day and that 21-day. Now, the 8-day crossed over. That's not good. Your green is below your red. That's not good. We had negative divergence and we had a topping tail. So there's nothing like big time positive here. So we got to see how this shakes out. So upside, just watch that 8-day, that 416 level. That's that 8 and that 21-day. That's to the upside. We crack above that, then we have some nice targets. Downside here, just watch the 3.95. It's holding very, very nicely, okay? So if that doesn't hold, then we just look to that 50-day. That's going to be your support level at 3.86. And we have to give that the benefit of the doubt because look at here, held it. Look at here, held it. That's what we're looking for here. So for right now, we have a low, higher low, and higher low. There's nothing really, bearish or bullish about this, even though you have a bear flag situation. If this can get above that 8 and 21-day, that would negate that bear flag situation, and we would go nice and high. So just trade this. That's the key. Trade that. Oil, trade this. Okay? Bitcoin, trade it until we get some kind of a direction. Now remember, Powell has that at 2 o'clock. He's going to have his meeting minutes out there, but I don't think that they're not going to cut rates, they're not going to raise rates. I think they're just going to leave it say. But the key is going to be at 2:30 when he gives his speech. What is his outlook? So pay attention to that. Okay, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.